I'm Adam Tucker from Cadent, and I'm joined by Jane Reynolds from OKCupid.
Happy to be here.
So today we're going to talk about OKCupid. I have a few questions I'd like to ask you. OKCupid launched in 2003 as the first online dating site. It has since grown into a multifaceted digital company. As a legacy brand, how has OKCupid shifted its perception from a dating site to a modern dating app?
Well, we have definitely innovated the product since then. To your point, we started as a site and now we're an app, but we really have done a lot since then. First of all, we've always been a very inclusive dating site and app. We were the first dating app to allow for dozens of genders and orientations on our program, but then also over time, we've really adjusted to the dating trends that we've been seeing. So for example, 8 years ago, we started allowing our users to link their profile to another profile because we saw a rise in polyamory. So there's this ethical non-monogamy that's popular, and it's actually become very popular again. But so those kinds of features that we just continuously see from user behavior and wanting to adopt and really help people date how they want to date right now. Similarly, we found, during the pandemic and then also since then, politics and aligning on that has become more and more important to users. So we've released various badges and filters around climate change and voting rights, et cetera, to really help people find people that they're compatible with.
Love it. You mentioned in our prep for this interview that OKCupid had its first major brand marketing campaign in 2018. Can you tell us a bit more about the campaign and the goals?
Yeah, so it's amazing that our first brand marketing campaign was, over a decade after we had launched. But when we first started, of course, there was very little competition. And even today with dating apps, word of mouth marketing is key. But we found that because of our legacy as a brand, we had a lot of loyal devotees who really loved OKCupid. But then a younger demo that we were going after either didn't know about OKCupid or thought about it as an older app, for my mom or for my dad. And so we really wanted to drive brand awareness and improve brand perception in that demo. So we launched DTF. DTF historically has had a relatively derogatory, connotation that you might say about someone. But so we took the F of DTF and changed it. And so we made it things that you would want to do on a date, like down to farmer's market, down to fight about the president. We intentionally chose things, some that are lighter and more fun, some that were more controversial to really just get people's eyes on it. We did a lot of out-of-home campaigns, so it was subways in the city, and that really helped drive viral eyes on it because we found that people were taking photos of it and posting it, and it really did. It accomplished what we were setting out to do.
Love to hear it. OKCupid's parent company, Match Group, also owns and operates some of the other big players. Tinder, Hinge, Match.com. How does OKCupid set itself apart from other dating apps in this space?
We're really known for our matching questions, which we've had forever, and we continuously update them. So OKCupid is the only dating app that asks you 15 matching questions just to onboard and just to create your profile. So it's not just, a photo in your bio. You have to answer these matching questions, which then feed our algorithm to help you find people that you're compatible with. So, and we have thousands of questions. You have to answer 15, but the average user answers 58. Power users have answered thousands. Yeah, it's really cool, but it's great because it helps you match with someone that you're compatible with. You can rank the importance of your response to that. So, you're probably going to say that something around politics is more important, like, what party do you support? That you might rank as very important, whereas will you pay extra for chips and guac might not be as important, or it might be, and that's totally your choice. And our algorithm respects that and then matches you with the appropriate people.
Love it. User experience is a critical component of running a successful app. Perhaps even more so when it comes to dating apps, I would say. People are putting themselves out there looking for love, but they also don't want to face the harassment or have their privacy violated. What new features has OKCupid implemented to improve the user experience?
Yeah, safety is our top priority. It's so important to make our users feel safe and that they can report to us and feel comfortable in the environment. And so one thing that we have done recently, of course, any sort of harassment we do not tolerate, and you will be banned from our app for that. But we partnered with Rain recently to make sure that the reporting flow is very easy for users. It comes naturally, it's not intimidating, and making it very clear to users when you do report someone how that works and how the process is handled. We also just recently implemented selfie verification. It's not required, but most users do choose to do it. And it just shows if you verify your photo with a selfie, you get a check mark. And so people know that they're actually talking to you.
So the selfie, is that like facial recognition?
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
There's something dear to my heart, I think, that you guys are working on, and it's the women's rights movement. Right? And abortion has been a large topic that's happened in the last year and a half, 2 years. I mean, it's always been. I grew up in a family where my mother was pro women's rights. Movement was very important. What are you guys doing on that front?
Yeah, I love to hear that. And this is a topic that I think is so important to talk about. So I appreciate you bringing it up. OKCupid has long been a proponent of Planned Parenthood. We actually, back in 2017, when Trump was saying that he might defund Planned Parenthood, we released the I Support Planned Parenthood badge because we found that more and more women were writing on their profiles, if you don't support abortion, swipe left. And so we released this badge to show your support of Planned Parenthood, and we, accompanied it with a donation to Planned Parenthood. And men with the badge got, I don't want to misquote, but got so many more likes and matches. It was amazing. And we've done the same thing again. So now with the overturning of Roe versus Wade, again, partnered up with Planned Parenthood, we have an pro-choice badge that users in the US can adopt and put onto their profile to make it very clear how they feel. And in the US, we've actually added that question, do you want the pro-choice badge on your profile, to those first 15 questions that you have to answer to onboard. So
I think that should be the first one.
Yeah, it's pretty high up there. It's probably top 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's so important to us to show our support and to help people connect on it because we know it's really something that's important to our users.
I love that. I just have to tell you.
Yeah,
I think we spoke before this,
story.
And I love it. The story that I've told you. Last question, real quick. Can you give us any previews of what's next for OKCupid?
Yeah, so we have a lot coming up. It's very exciting. We always have things in the works. I touched upon earlier that inclusivity is very important to us, and so we definitely have some fun things in the works for Pride. Previous Prides, we've released pronouns. We were actually the first dating app to have a special field for users to put their pronouns. So there's, you don't have to have a conversation about it. It's right there. It's clear. Same with genders and orientations. We've continued to expand those offerings and allow you to identify in various other ways as well. So we definitely have new plans in the works for that. And one thing that we're always doing on a daily basis is adding more questions. We're really looking to see what our users are talking about, what they care about, and making sure that we can take those topics, put them into questions to then, again, help you find someone who's compatible for you.
I love it. I just have to say, the women's stuff is just amazing to me.
No, we love to hear that support. It's such a good thing.
I'm a big supporter. So thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining Brand Innovators and Cadent and taking the time out in order to answer some questions from us.
Yeah, thanks so much.